Taiwan faces Spain after loss to Nicaragua in WBCQ. Kaohsiung water supply restored after 55-hour disruption. Explosion of power bank injures woman in Taoyuan. Hong Kong's last major pro-democracy party to disband. France prepares for largest child abuse trial in its history. Germany goes to polls in tense election. Shiffrin is first skier ever to reach 100 World Cup wins. Missing tomb of Egyptian Pharaoh solves ancient mysteries.
Hello, I'm Johnny. Thank you for joining us on Funday News. It's Monday, February 24th, Edward Dickinson Baker Day, and here are your top stories. In local news, Taiwan's baseball team suffered a 0-6 loss to Nicaragua in the World Baseball Classic qualifier. President Tsai Ching-te encouraged the team, urging them to stay determined and not lose heart. Taiwan, with a 1-2 record, will face Spain on February 25th in a crucial match to secure a spot in the Classic. Kaohsiung faced a 55-hour water outage affecting 487,000 households across 15 districts. The outage was originally set to last until 6 a.m. this morning, but was resolved earlier last night after workers expedited repairs. However, a video emerged showing a water pipe burst near the Dasha water plant, with water gushing onto the road. Authorities are investigating the cause. A woman in Taoyuan suffered burns to her face when a magnetic power bank exploded while on her office desk. The device, purchased last September, was identified as the Gravity CS5 model by Atom Elements. The company has recalled 2 models and will conduct third-party tests to investigate the cause of the incident. And in global news, Hong Kong's Democratic Party said late on Thursday that it would start preparations to disband and wind up its affairs after a meeting of its leadership, amid a years-long national security crackdown in the China-ruled city. Founded in 1994 in the run-up to the city's return from British to Chinese rule in 1997, the Democratic Party grew into the largest and most successful opposition party, garnering strong public support in citywide elections, and has long been a key symbol of the city's freedoms and plurality.
We try to make a decision that is the best for the party.
Democratic Party Chairman Lo Kin-hei said the party's members still needed to vote on the dissolution to make it final at a future meeting, with a 75% majority required from the members in attendance. He told reporters at the party's headquarters, "Developing democracy in Hong Kong is always difficult, and it's been especially difficult in the past few years. This is not what we wanted to see." When asked about political pressure, Lo said the decision was made after careful consideration of the overall political environment. He noted, however, that the party's finances remained relatively sound and that the party could keep going for longer if needed.
Emily Levesque remembers the moment she finally understood the unexpected bouts of depression and other disorders that had tormented her for more than 2 decades. Now 42, she connected the dots in 2019 when she saw a report about a surgeon under investigation on suspicion of sexually assaulting patients over 3 decades and meticulously cataloging the abuse in digital diaries. Levesque is said to testify at France's largest ever child sex abuse trial. She was 9 years old when the surgeon removed her appendix.
The trial opens Monday in Vannes, a picturesque town in coastal Brittany. Former surgeon Joel Lescornetz, 74, is charged with raping or sexually assaulting 299 victims over 3 decades, most of them girls and boys under 15, with an average age of 11. Many victims have said they don't remember being assaulted and experienced symptoms similar to Leviki's. Others suffered from sexual dysfunction and fell into substance abuse. When police, taking names from Lescornetz's writings, sought them out and showed them the passages written about them, those revelations triggered physical and psychological reactions of varying degrees. 2 men, both 25, died by suicide in 2020 and 2021.
Polls are open across Germany as the world's third-largest economy chooses a new leader to guide it through an era of intense immigration debates and deteriorating relations with Washington. The vote is unusually dramatic for Europe's most populous country, a place that normally prides itself on having routine, unfussy ballots. That has been upended this time by a series of high-profile attacks by people with migrant backgrounds, creating an atmosphere of tension on which the far-right Alternative for Germany party is seeking to capitalize.
Burkas, Kopftuchmädchen und alimentierte Messermänner.
Burkas, girls with headscarves, men with knives on benefits, and other lowlifes won't bring prosperity to Germany.
Led by Alice Weidel, the AfD is polling at 21%, which, if reflected in the final result, would mark the best performance in its brief 12-year history and likely place it in second nationally. Despite its projected success, the other parties have vowed not to enter a post-election coalition with the AfD, honoring the informal firewall aimed at preventing the return of fascism. Leading the polls is Friedrich Merz of the Christian Democratic Union, the party once led by Angela Merkel. The CDU is polling at around 30%, with the incumbent Social Democratic Party, SPD, led by Olaf Scholz, languishing in third place at around 15%. The Greens are next at 12%.
Mikola Shiffrin secured the 100th Alpine Skiing World Cup victory of her career on Sunday, winning the slalom event in Sestré. She finished 0.61 seconds ahead of second-place Zrinka Lujatic after 2 runs in the women's slalom event, becoming the first skier, male or female, to reach triple digits in World Cup race victories. When the 29-year-old realized her victory was secured, she broke down in tears as the emotions of her achievement caught up to her. She said, "Everybody's been so nice and so supportive."
Shiffrin said afterward, "All of my teammates and competitors and coaches and the whole World Cup, I'm so grateful, thank you. And the fans, thank you so much." While Shiffrin is the first downhill skier to reach 100 wins, she joins an exclusive club consisting of telemark skier Amelie Wenger-Raymond, 164, cross-country skier Marit Bjorgen, 114, and freestyle skier Connie Kissling, 106, to reach this milestone. Shiffrin also tied another piece of history with her first-place finish, equaling the World Cup record for the most podium finishes. Sunday's result was her 155th podium finish, matching the record held by Swedish great Ingemar Stenmark.
A long-lost tomb of a pharaoh has been found, answering a great mystery from one of ancient Egypt's most prosperous eras. The entrance and main corridor of the tomb, located just west of Valley of the Kings, were first uncovered in 2022. A team of British and Egyptian archaeologists later identified the tomb, initially believed to be that of a royal wife, as belonging instead to a pharaoh. Egypt has hailed the uncovering of the long-lost tomb as one of the greatest discoveries in years.
King Thutmose II of the 18th dynasty, who reigned during the 15th century BC, was the husband of one of ancient Egypt's greatest pharaohs, Queen Hatshepsut, who ruled over an era of prolific building and expanding trade routes. He was also an ancestor of Tutankhamun, whose tomb was discovered in 1922 and remains one of the most intact royal Egyptian tombs ever found. While Thutmose II's mummy was found in the 19th century as part of a trove of mummies, his tomb had not been found until now. In a statement, the country's Antiquities Ministry said the artifacts found in the tomb, including some funerary furniture, add an invaluable chapter to the history of the region and the reign of this king.
The answer for last Friday was B, disinformation. The latest rule was challenged due to the widespread spread of disinformation, which caused confusion among the citizens. Did you answer correctly? Now let's delve into today's news. Hong Kong's last major pro-democracy party to disband. Number 1, disband. 解散, 散布. The committee decided to disband after completing their work. Number 2, crackdown. 打击镇压. The government launched a crackdown on illegal gambling. Number 3, plurality. 多数多重性. The candidate won the election with a plurality of the votes. Next, we have a multiple choice question for everyone to practice. You can write your answer in the comments section, and the correct answer will be announced tomorrow. Edward Dickinson Baker Day is a special occasion that celebrates the life and legacy of the person himself, a distinguished figure known for his contributions as a senator, soldier, and close friend of Abraham Lincoln. By recognizing his contributions, the day also sheds light on the values of courage and patriotism that Baker embodied. He served in the U.S. Senate and fought bravely during the Civil War. His death as the Battle of Ball's Bluff was a pivotal moment, making him the only sitting senator to die in combat. And that's all for today's Funday News. Be sure to tune in to Funday News from Monday through Friday and click the link below to join Funday for free. I'm Johnny Wu, your host. I'll see you next time.